Yesterday, a resolution was uploaded on the website of the Sugar Regulatory Administration, purportedly coming from the Sugar Regulatory Board. Resolution number 4 authorized the importation of 300,000 metric tons of sugar on top of what had already been imported in May of this year. This resolution is illegal. The chairman of the Sugar Regulatory Board is President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. As such chairman, he sets the date of any meetings or convening of the Sugar Regulatory Board and its agenda. No such meeting was authorized by the President, nor such a resolution, likewise, was not authorized. It appears that the resolution was signed for and on behalf of the President by Undersecretary Leocardio Sebastian. He was not authorized to sign such a resolution because the President did not authorize the importation. Importations are a sensitive matter, particularly with regard to agricultural importations. Sugar is one such importation which we take great care with. It is a balancing act. The importation has to be carefully studied to protect both the consumer against the rising prices of basic commodities while ensuring at the same time that we do not destroy the local industry. As such, the only response to the query on whether or not an importation was to be made, the President answered, the President did not assent, and it was the Executive Secretary who issued the order to create an importation plan. It was therefore clear that there is no authorization for the importation of these 300,000 metric tons. An investigation is ongoing to determine whether any acts that would cause the President to lose trust and confidence in his officials can be found, or if there is malice or negligence involved. In such a case, if such findings are made, then the only determination left will be how many heads are going to roll. We'll take your questions with the understanding that since this is an ongoing investigation, then we can only limit our answers to those that will not affect the fairness of such an investigation.
First question, Jinky Badicados, IBC.
Hi,
Yes,
ma'am. Good morning po.
Magandang umaga.
Ma'am, since the President has now thumbed down this particular proposal of importation of sugar, in the event that there is an insufficient supply of sugar in the country, what will the administration do po?
The Department of Agriculture has indicated the allegedly critical levels of sugar. However, we are also approaching harvest season. This is why the importation calls for a balancing act. Will such importation affect the harvest and the prices of our local growers? In the absence of such a determination, then we cannot issue a the resolution should not have been issued with such haste as it appears to have been made.
Ma'am, follow-up lang. Paano po yung mga pag-surge ng prices ng sugar? Paano natin i-address?
Like we said, it is a matter of a balancing act. Now, we just imported last May. Now, we have to determine if another importation, supposedly to address the critical levels that are approaching at the end of the month, will affect the harvest season, which opens in September. So again, a study is necessarily called for. And in fact, it was the Executive Secretary who issued the instruction for them to create an importation plan. In such importation plan, a determination has to be made about how this is going to affect the incoming harvest.
Next question, Ivan Mayrina, GMA7.
Ma'am, klaruhin ko lang, CES po issued an order to create an importation plan. Iba po yon dun sa lumabas na sugar order number 4.
Oh, definitely, yes. So it was a directive, actually. It was verbally issued so that the President can make a determination later on whether or not the importation is actually warranted.
So, would you say posibleng miscommunication ito?
No. You don't convene the Sugar Regulatory Board in the absence of the President and in the absence of any such approval on his part. He did not approve the convening. You can only convene the board with the assent, explicit assent of the President, and he did not make such an agreement.
So while the investigation is ongoing, ano po ang status ngayon ng mga official ng Sugar Regulatory Board or Commission?
They are under investigation.
Pero are they still, officially holding
Well,
their
there
functions?
is no preventive suspension issued as of right now. So,
Michelle Gilang.
Good morning, Secretary Trixie. My question is about yung sugar issue pa rin po. Paano po naging illegal yung importation kung dati naman po siyang ginagawa at may order ang SRA, especially now po na manipis yung supply ng sugar at kaya po mahal yung presyo sa market. Also, kung illegal po yung SRO, paano po i-hold accountable yung mga nakapirma sa order, kagaya po ni SRA Chief Serafica at ni DA Undersecretary Sebastian. May sanction po ba yun? At kung di pala approve at nagpirma sila, parang we can say na bypass po ba ang presidente?
well, in order to issue a resolution, they should have met. The meeting was not authorized. Only the President, as the chairman, can call for such a meeting. Number one. Number two, the resolution was issued in the President's name. It was signed for the President by Undersecretary Sebastian. Such signing was not authorized by the President. His assignment as the alternate of the President is merely to be present in those meetings where the President cannot attend. It is not a delegation of authority to call any meetings or to sign any resolutions in the absence of the President's awareness that such a resolution is to be issued.
Thank you po.
You're welcome.
And last question, Jinky Baticados.
Ma'am, sorry, sundutin ko lang po yung sinabi ninyo, ma'am, ngayon.
Kita nakita.
Um,
Sorry.
On that particular thing mo po na, well, that alone, alam nilang illegal, hindi naman to baguhan ng mga nasa SRA.
Well, may isang baguhan.
Okay. But even if, ma'am, syempre may mga tao po sa paligid nila. So, that alone po ba, hindi siya makukonsider na talagang, since alam natin na illegal yon, hindi ba yun magiging dahilan para, automatic naman sa academic, alis ka dyan kasi naging irresponsible tayo?
Kaya nga, pero naniniwala din ang Presidente sa due process. Tignan natin kung ano ang dahilan kung bakit minadali nila ito. Nag-convene sila na walang kaalam-alam ang Presidente and bibigyan sila ng pagkakataon i-explain yung panig nila. Pagka hindi satisfactory yung kanilang mga explanations, then the appropriate penalties will be imposed.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sec.
Sige,
One more, Miss Tuesday News. Easy double B.
Hi ma'am, panghabol lang ma'am. Gusto lang naming malaman ma'am kung ano po ang status ngayon nitong si Yusek Leocadio Sebastian at saka itong si SRA Administrator, knowing na nagkaroon nga ng ganitong parang glitches dito sa ginawa nilang resolution. And kailan po kaya yung balak ni Presidente na kausapin sila o harapin sila?
Ang status nila, lahat po ng pumirma ay under investigation. Iintayin po natin today if a determination can be made na ma-issuean sila ng preventive suspension order habang tumutuloy ang investigasyon. Pero kung mabilis lang ang investigasyon, makakakita tayo ng mga replacements very soon.
Okay, thank you ma'am.
Last.
Last question, Michelle Gilang.
Last.
Follow up lang po.
Sige po.
May photos po, ma'am, na na-upload sa Office of the President na social media page. Tama po ba na ang kasama po ni President Marcos kagabi ay si Undersecretary Leocadio Sebastian?
Photos. Iniisip ko kung ano kung Office of the President na page. Yes, and in fact, there was an opportunity for him to answer, albeit informally. So, with an investigation, he has to formally answer.
So, there was a possibility po na natakal po yung order na, yung recent order.
Yes. but primarily it was with the executive secretary. So like we said, the president was unaware of it. In fact, in-upload nang wala tayong kaalam-alam.
Do we have an info po sa naging discussion ni President Marcos at Undersecretary Sebastian?
None at the moment.
Thank you po.
Okay?
Maraming salamat, Secretary Trixie Cruz Aquiles and Malacanang Press Corps.